So the Arts and Humanities Conference is an opportunity for us to celebrate the arts and the humanities in a variety of different fields that are unrelated to STEM. So for this competition, we actually have 9 categories. We typically have 8, but I think that just speaks to the participation that we have.
I noticed that there were a lot of diverse topics in the presentations, but out of mine, what I got that will be taken forward is probably to be able to speak to audiences that are not particularly within the niche of your own department, because not everyone will understand when you say particular things like tactile environments, circulation planning and design, intermodal, but when you break it down into terms, everyday terms that everyone can understand, you're able to speak fluidly.
I know that my students benefit from their participation in this conference. Many times they go on to some of our professional conferences and they've been very successful in winning awards, and this gives them an opportunity to present their research to a friendlier audience many times and to be able to speak about their research very articulately.
Yeah, it's certainly good practice for conferences. If you're going to be an academic, you're going to do conferences. And so it's good to get a little practice. It's also a chance to get practice explaining your work to non-specialists, and that can be really hard to do.
The hardest thing about condensing my research was the volume of information that I wanted to give. Having to summarize that was quite a daunting task, but it was made easier because if I know what brought forth my research, I can pick those points and list them out and speak to my audience.
It's important to not just do research for the sake of research, but to actually be able to communicate research to the general population so that it makes a difference in people's lives.
Each one of these people is more of an expert on what they're doing than I am, for sure. So for me, it can be an introduction to a whole new field or a whole new topic, and certainly a whole new way of thinking about things. So I always learn something.
One of the interesting things that I found about the participants today is just their creativity and the way that they present their research and what they are doing as far as their research topics. I think a lot of times we do focus on research related to medicine or the sciences, but when you get to see the creativity of our students, that's really special.